Hey everyone, let's get started in a child's pose. We have a 20-minute practice today focused on core, but we'll take a few moments here just to settle into your space and settle down onto your mat. You might start with your knees wide to let your hips settle in, or if you need a little more length through your low back, bring your knees together. One more breath here. As you're ready, tuck your toes, send your hips high, downward facing dog. Always remember that instead of down dog, you could stay in a child's pose or hang out in a tabletop. But wherever you are, bring your shoulders away from your ears, so you're broad through your shoulder blades and broad through your collarbones. As you inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, heels go low. Inhale, hips high. As you exhale, tippy toe, walk to the top of your mat. Take your time. Meet in a forward fold. Head is heavy, bend your knees. On your next inhale, press your legs away and halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, forehead to shins. Inhale, bring it all of the way up to the top. Reach up tall. As you exhale, forward fold, head is heavy, bend your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, plant your hands and then sit your hips down to your heels. It sits bones on the mat. Maybe you support your legs, catching hold of the backside of your knees. And start to slowly lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Create a box shape with your legs. Let's really start to work into the core now. Knees over the hips, feet forward as you press your hands onto your thighs, then press your thighs back into your hands. Now you might not notice much for the first couple rounds of breath, but I promise as you keep pressing into your legs and pressing your legs back into your hands, your core will fire up. Keep the chin tucked long through your spine. Maybe you flex the toes back. Just a little bit more time here. Stick with it. Just about 3 more rounds of breath. Press your hands into your legs as hard as you can. Press your legs back into your hands. Finish off the breath. And then catch hold of the back sides of your legs. Start to rock and roll lengthwise back and forth on your spine. After that 3rd or 4th rock, you can swing your legs around, walk it back to tabletop. As you inhale, look up, let your belly hammock down. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and round. Hit a few more just that way, letting the core release, finding that moment to reset. As you're ready, start to tuck your toes. Send your hips high, downward facing dog. Remember, if down dog is feeling like too much for your shoulders or your wrists, to just take child's pose or tabletop. On your next inhale, lift your heels high. As you exhale, walk to the top of your mat, toes and heels touch. Forward fold, head is heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, look at the top edge of your mat. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, bring it all of the way up to the top, maybe a back bend at the top. As you exhale, sit low, chair pose. Drop the weight back into your heels. Your arms could be up overhead, maybe out in front, or maybe hands to heart center. Whatever is best for your shoulders today. Finding a place that is intentional for you. Draw the low belly in, sit the hips low. And sticking with this intentional place. Weight in the heels, lift the toes, gaze forward, chest is proud. On your next exhale, forward fold, head is heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Start to sit your hips down to your heels and sit all of the way down. And bring it through boat pose. You could hold onto the back sides of your legs. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, slowly lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Bend your knees and start to send your toes to the ceiling. We'll take a moment here. You can flex your toes, you can point them up. Just find the place that you want to stick with today, finding the activation through your ankles and your feet. Now start to reach for your toes. Lift your shoulder blades off of the mat. Now let's reach for the toes for 10, 9, 8, 7, stick with it, 5, you've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll go side to side now. Maybe you bring your left hand to the back side of your head, intentional through the toes. Right fingertips to your left toes for 10, 9, 8, crunch for 7, you've got 6, 5, 4, stick with it, 3, 2, and 1. Other side, maybe your right hand comes to the back side of your head. Let's reach your left fingertips towards the outside of your right foot. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, halfway 5, 4, last 3, last 2, and last 1. Beautiful, my friends. As you're ready, catch hold of the back sides of your legs. Let's rock and roll lengthwise back and forth on your spine. After a few rocks back and forth, swing your legs around out to the side. Bring it through tabletop. Cat-cow breath. Inhale, look up, belly down. Exhale, chin to chest and round. A few more just that way. Let the core reset. As you're ready, you might stay here, bring it to child's pose, or pop your hips up, downward facing dog. Good, steady spine, long legs. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up, and let it go. On your next inhale, lift your heels high. As you exhale, step or silently jump to the top edge of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, fold, head is heavy. Inhale all of the way up to the top. Maybe you take your back bend at the top. Exhale, sit low, Utkatasana. You've been here before. It's your chair pose. Weight in your heels, legs zipper up. Tailbone heavy. Low belly in. Chest proud. Arms wherever you need them to be today. Shoulders away from your ears. And let's try to lift the toes, building so much strength into your ankles and arches. And zipper the ankles back up. Sit a little lower. Heels a little higher. Shaking is more than okay, building so much stability here. Let's forward fold, head heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, hips to heels, boat pose. You've been here before. Maybe you send your toes up. Let's slowly lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Start to bring your knees over your hips. Flex the toes back. And we're going to start to take some bicycles. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up, send it long. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You got it. Keep your shoulder blades lifted. Head strong and controlled through the legs. And let your core bring the stability through. Stay with your breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Fill up. Let it go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Just a couple more to each side. Stick with it. You got it. Last ones. Now as you're ready, let's start to let everything release. Arms down, feet down, and catch hold of the back sides of your legs. Let's rock and roll. And on that third or fourth rock, you might swing your legs out to the sides, or maybe this time, cross your ankles, roll over your shins, tabletop. Here comes your cat-cow breath. Inhale, look up, belly down. Exhale, chin to chest and round. Inhale, one vertebrae at a time for the back bend. Exhale, one vertebrae at a time to round. You might stay here, bring it to child's pose, or tuck the toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Let the breath settle. Press the mat away. As you're ready, step or silently jump to the top edge of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to the top. Maybe you take your back bend at the top. Exhale, sit low, Utkatasana. Start with the weight in the heels. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, prepare, and as you exhale, twist to the right. And pressing your left elbow into your right knee. Now check in with your knees. Make sure they're still together. We have a tendency to let our left knee pop in front of the right one on this side. And once you're steady again, press your palms together. Inhale up through center. Reach up tall. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, twist to the left. Weight is still in the heels. Check in with your knees again. Make sure your right knee is not trying to pop in front of the left one. Press your palms together. Gaze is lifted to bring the twist all the way through the top of your spine. Finish off the breath. As you inhale, come up to center, reach up tall. Exhale, forward fold, head is heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, sit your hips back to your heels. We'll bring it through boat pose. Head, feet on the ground, toes in front or extend the toes out long. Big breath in. Breathe out, lower halfway down. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, you got it. Exhale, hands to heart center. Maybe you bend the knees. Big breath in. Full breath out. Head, keep the chest proud. Let's go for some twists. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Breathe in. Breathe out to the left. Stick with your breath. Focusing on using your core to control through the twist. Legs stay zippered up. Maybe the toes come down onto the mat for support. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. And you got it. Almost there. Stay with the breath. Let's reach it long. Breathe in. Breathe out, rock it back. Hit a few rocks back and forth. Maybe you swing the legs around. Maybe you roll over your shins. Tabletop. Inhale, look up, belly down. As you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and round. And a couple more just that way. Let everything reset. Downward facing, hips high. Inhale, heels high. Exhale to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring it up to the top, reach up tall. On your exhale, sit low, Utkatasana. It's the last one. Weight in the heels. Tailbone heavy, chest up. Big breath in, reach up tall. Standing all the way up onto your very tip toes. Now, as you're ready, with as much control as you can muster, bend through your knees and slowly lower. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant your hands, sit back, bring it through boat pose. Chest up, reach forward and slowly lower. As you're ready, you can hug your legs in. You might rock side to side, massaging your back muscles down on your mat. Feeling that belly compression. As you're ready, bring your arms out to the sides. You might windshield wipe your legs back and forth a few times. Just let the low back release. Meet back in center. On your next inhale, lift your hips high. Head heels in close. Your arms might stay a bit down by your sides, or maybe you walk your shoulders underneath you and interlace all 10 fingers for a shoulder rinse. As you're ready, slowly lower. Reach around, catch, hold, squeeze everything in tight. As you exhale, let everything release. Legs long, arms down by your sides. Now that was a quick practice today, but it's still really important to take the time for stillness, to not only balance out your active practice, no matter how long or short, but to balance out your active life, to be present within your stillness, to simply feel your toes fall off to the sides, to let your calves melt down onto the mat. Noticing how your kneecaps are light, almost as if they're floating. Letting your hamstrings and your glutes melt down onto the mat. Allowing your quads and hip flexors to relax away. Your hips are heavy, feeling rooted and feeling grounded. Your belly is soft, letting your breath come with ease. Your shoulders have dropped down and away, and there's a soft curl through your fingertips, letting your chest be open. Maybe you take a swallow through the throat. Allow your tongue to fall away from the roof of your mouth. Noticing the space between your top and your bottom teeth. Your eyes have sunk down heavy into your skull, and your eyelids are soft, completely surrendering to your mat. My friends, it was such an honor to be with you during your practice today. I hope to meet you on the mat again very soon. Until next time, namaste.